All right, welcome back, everyone. So where we're at so far, I sort of rearranged, got all our pieces. Well, I guess I could put this over here too. All the sort of assembled pieces over here, and all the parts over here now. I think these turned out really good from yesterday. That and the coffee table, I guess, bench table thing. Yeah, I say it's like I mentioned yesterday. This kit is really coming together nicely. Everything's fitting real good, looking real good in the end. I'm thinking it's going to be a really nice looking set when everything is said and done. Oh yeah, for those of you who are new here, this is what I do. I buy these sets and kits and doodads like such and build them in real time, step by step, so you can watch. And you get to see all my successes and failures and how I hopefully fix my failures. And actually on this one today, you'll probably see how I hopefully fix one of their failures. They gave me a bad cut on a piece, so we're going to try and rectify that today. Fingers crossed. I'm a little worried about this because I don't have many delicate tools. All my tools are more, big cuts rather than small cuts. So that's going to be interesting to see if I can find something to do that with. But without any further ado, we are up to page 22, and I'm going to jump in on that. So actually, this is going to... I can do this one take. Okay, over there. And... I'll bring out all the pieces for page 22 at once, sort of give y'all an overview. This is the piece in question. They got a misalignment on one end, so this is supposed to be, once everything gets lined up on that corner, you see this line doesn't line up, that line doesn't line up, and back here this side and this front piece aren't lining up. Now, I'm not too worried about the front piece because that's sort of a balcony, so I think there's some room to play with. The issue, I think, is going to be this piece, because this little, I think this little piece here is what's actually going to be holding it on, which I think is enough to support it. But another problem I'm seeing is that if you look at the picture over here, there's supposed to be 4 holes through there, and I've only got 2. So, but at the same time, you look over here, there's only 2 of the holes are noted on here either. So maybe they changed their design after they changed their, that'll give me something else to line up the thing with. That's good to know. Actually, but I think I'm gonna do all the rest of the panels first, and come back and try and see what I can do about getting this thing in shape, in order. So that's my plan, at least. So we're gonna do some gluing on the panels here now, and then we'll come back to that one. Oops. Get my paper out, because I'm bound to get a little messy here. And bring you slightly in. Okay, now this one, we're supposed to, this has got flaps on the edge to wrap around to make it look solid. And this is always a little bit, getting the first bit of this little thing started is always a bit nerve-wracking, because you gotta line them up with all the, but I think I've got some, I think these pieces will fit in there. Got a few spares left over from previous projects, some blanks. I think, not quite, they won't quite go in flush, but I can set them in, sort of get them started on getting things lined up. So yeah, these are okay. So we got all that, and that push down to the top, that's going to get, how's that feel here? Yeah, that feels like it's pretty well lined up. So now I got to figure out how to do that with glue. But I think is what I'm going to do to try and get things started. And for doing big pieces of paper like this, I always use Degen Advanced Craft Glue 3-in-1 because it doesn't bubble up. The paper stays smooth after you apply it. So that's a good. One of my commenters told me about this a few projects back. I guess it's been several projects back at this point, and it's always been really good about that. And I've got like a squeegee that I had left over from buying from a putting the tempered glass protector on an iPad. So that's what I used to really smooth it out with. Okay, so this is going to be underneath the cover, so I'm going to just mark. I thought I was going to mark in my corners. I guess I'm going to need a marker. And sort of mark my corners here. And maybe a couple of other spots along the way. Just so when I put the glue on, I'm not going crazy far out into everything. This is a big line, so I'm going to go 2 more here. And like a couple more here. Although that should be pretty easy with those slots cut in up there. Okay. So, actually, I think I'm going to leave these in place for when I put the paper back on. It'll still be guiding me, hopefully. Okay. I don't think I've ever done one with a big hole in the middle like this before. They've always sort of been solid pieces that you cut the slots out of rather than, and of course, I'm clogged up a little bit there, so let me if I can run okay. This through there first. Okay, and now, if I can force that pipe cleaner through now. It's going to be too. Okay, I think I'm going to be able to snag it there with not those. Pair of pliers. Got cutters, but I know I got pliers here. They're sitting right here in front of me. I can't see them. That's the way it usually works with me. Okay, let me see if I can just spin this a little bit and see if it'll declog it. Let's see how's that sound now after that. Okay, got clearance now, so be trying to do a fairly even bead around, because I think that because this stuff will spread and we're all going to be able to put it around the edges too, so that's going to be holding it down on that end. I think towards the middle is going to be more important to keep it locked in place. And just sort of little wiggles in there. And down here I'm going to do a little bit wider wiggles. Probably too much glue. Okay. Remember to clean this out first this time. Okay. Now, got this guy. Tabs there. Whoop. There. Down. Can't see up there. How close am I? Okay, so I'm on those. That's where. squeegee. And then back the other way. And I hope that's enough to lock it in place. I'm going to start moving down the sides now. And back this way. And I'm going to go this way first this time. Back. Okay. And down through here on this one. Okay. Alright. It does feel pretty smooth. I don't think it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. And let's flip it over and see. We got some spillage over there, but I think it still seems to be doing pretty good as far as evenly around the edges. All right. Now, let's see if I can. Okay, pick this up and get me something underneath. Let's see, just something fairly flat and stable. SD card case will do. So I'll get my fingers under there. Okay, so I wrapped pretty good there. Same thing here, go down, back and forth a couple of, whoop. And now what I'm doing is I'm resting my finger on the corner of the frame and getting that first crease in, and that seems to wrap it pretty nicely around the edge. Okay, so I go there, and now let's see, we're got some good. Now question becomes, what's going to be the best to... My first impulse was to go with the super glue, but that's a big distance for super glue to cover. I get sloppy with it. Let's see. So I've been probably overusing the B7000 on this product, but I think I'm gonna give that a try just to see how it goes. That little bit I spilled of the beacon seemed to do a good job of holding on. So let's just run a bead down through here, find out what happens with B7000. And just roll that up. Hold it for a few seconds. That didn't keep it. Maybe need some squeegee in. That's not. Okay, I don't have something if I think it's close. It's wanting to stick. Let's keep going back and forth on it a little bit, see if that stays down. It didn't on that end. But that's where the beacon went around. Okay, it's starting to stay down now, so just back and forth a few times to convince it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's going to work. So that's where I didn't put the B7000, so let's see if I can get it to squeeze a drop in there. Right, actually, I think I peeled it up. Seconds. Let's just hold that down for a second while I do this side, maybe. Okay. Yeah, that appears to be sticking down pretty good now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Glad I didn't give up there. Alright. So let's go back this way. Nice bead, hopefully. Then trying to see if I can get that to show in the light. There's just one thin line there. Sort of see it there, straight across. In the middle, just squeegee, little squeegee action. That seemed to do a good job of activating it on the other side. I think the friction, a little bit of heat, seems to really kick this into, because it's getting a little, it gets warm there when I go rubbing on it there. There you go, it's staying down. Yeah. For the most part, those corners are seen a few little gaps, but I think overall, I think it's far less stressful than trying to get it all done with super glue. Okay, let's keep going. Maybe a little, let's see if I can do a little thicker bead on this one. It occurs to me that maybe if I put it in down into the corner, when I squeegee it, it'll spread out. But I'm not positive about that. It's all about the trial and error. Okay, now just roll you over. Doing it that way help any? Okay. Nope. Back to the squeegeeing. This must be have some sort of heat activation thing. That's I say getting that friction going. I can feel the heat coming through my thumb, and that seems to be when it really starts to stick. And those corners are lining up pretty close. Maybe I'll do that final detail with the super glue just to make sure those corners down. But yeah, that's okay. That seemed to work pretty good, so that'll be that's the plan now. slip the glue into the corner and hope for the best. Or let it spread from the corner. And I think I may actually be getting to the point where I'm going to be able to move on from my free sample. 'Cause it feels like I'm getting down to the brass tacks of it. I'm going over some of the beacon here, and some of it oozed out. Okay. Now, let's try and do it this way this time. Squeegee. Ooh, slipped on that one. Let's not do that. Okay. Didn't plan on this taking this long to do the first piece, so I'm hoping I've got time to pull those other guys. We'll try and prepare this other one. Okay. Yeah, that. Okay, got a little. Yeah, that turned out really clean. All right. Got, like you got the little excess over the edge on the bottom, but well within, but just barely. Like I say, the sides look really good to me. Probably as good as any of them that I've ever done. Yeah. Yep, that's. I kept all my holes cleared. Yeah, okay. Alright, so that's that piece done. Now, this guy, just going to be total coverage. There's no flaps, no overhang, just the surface area. So, we gotta do the totally clean side, because there's a little bit of a in here, sort of. Gonna go around the edge, I think. And sort of back and forth through the middle. I was trying to do enough but not too much situations. Okay, so do a little wiggle around. Drop you on the rest of the way. And then hit the squeegee. More of that, sort of line it up. Okay, and this one also has a little excess around the flaps, but otherwise nice and smooth, no bubbles. Focus on what I want you to focus on. Yeah, no bubbles, no ripples. That's the good stuff. That's the good part about that glue for sure. Okay, that was easy and fun. And at the 25-minute mark, so yeah, probably need to start doing some figuring on this. Because that's, let's say, I'm not sure on how. Okay, so the top, let's say it's just, looks like, okay, so all this is supposed to go. The only thing right here is, yeah, so basically still trying to figure this. Oh yeah, let me, I noticed that earlier. I was gonna, since we had these holes here, let's line them up with that, because that'll give me, I think, the closest. So that, yeah, okay, good. That, now I can find where I threw that. Okay, this stick's the perfect size. That in there, that in there, and that way we're lined up. So, okay, so all those lines are good. This and that. It's this piece here, so I think, and this is supposed to go to the bottom line of this one. The lower one here is slightly off, but I think the front stuff I think I can conceal with, you know, some careful placement of what's going to be supposed to be in there. So I'm not too worried about the front. It's this piece right here is supposed to go away. So let me mark that. And like I say, over here it's only got this little offset here. Ooh, wait a second, hang on. Some of the pieces I pulled. Is that? Oh, this is going to work out so good. These are pieces that were in something. Oh, these were the pieces from these slots. They were still in there. And those are gonna, yeah, I'm gonna be able to glue those into place. And that's gonna, okay, so that'll fix that offset against the wall. Because that's, I think that's pretty much close to perfect on the, it may not show because of the, I'll leave that. Ooh, that's okay, it's different color. Use the leather. Like I say, I'll glue those in. That pretty much lines up with that, which is what I want. And I can, like I say, I think I can space these a little bit. So I wouldn't worry. I want the front lined up more than the back. So I'm not too worried about the gap in the middle there, because that's just going to be pushing against the outside wall. Okay, so that's solved. I said the problem is going to be lining that one up, and I forgot. Let's see. Pop these back in again right quick. Oh, let me do a stop start before I run out of time. Okay, now get these guys back in the appropriate holes. Okay. And I say when I break this piece out, I say I'll cut that. I said, yeah, I'll cut that over and down. Okay, let's see what happens when I try and remove that central piece. Let's get my cutting board here. Let's see if I can find the. Okay, definitely hang on to those guys, but then where I don't lose them. Let's see. Okay, so. Okay, and oof. I don't think, let me use, I don't think the X-Acto knife's good for this. I'm going to go back to a real utility knife to see if I can perforate that laminate. Staying well clear of it, because these things are bad news when you have disagreements with them. Just notch that one. And likewise on the back side. I can do it better from this angle. Okay. And notch that one. And as always, if I do something stupid and hurt myself, I'm not going to show you. I'll just come back and have a band-aid on. Okay, I think I got. Okay. Alright, so we got those guys out. Now, let's see. I want that. Yeah, so I want these black piece parts gone. This one's going to be the tricky one. I think I can do that fairly neatly. And I think I can even smooth this off. Let me go grab my rotary tool. I think on low power it should do a good job on this. So I'll be right back with that. Okay, I was going to use a sanding wheel, but I already had the cutting disc on there. So on the low power, that shouldn't be terrible on the sound for y'all. And let me get my spare hands out here. And get it to hold this. Get them to cooperate with me. Okay, just hold it up a little bit, guys. Y'all are supposed to be good for this. Okay, got the gator clips. Nice. Lock you guys in. Okay. Now, find a good angle for it here. Got my safety goggles on. Oh, take my rings off. Power tools. Even though I'm not going to have my finger anywhere near it, that's still one of my rules, as well as the watch. Okay. Okay. So, just ease you in like that and see what happens. Sounds like I need a new. Let's see. I need a new rotary tool is what I need. Yeah. Something loose in there. It's an ancient thing. Alright. Okay. I'm pretty pleased with that, actually. I wasn't expecting to make that good of a cut. I think that'll get us close on our... Alright. And yes, I wasn't expecting it to be that clean of a cut either. All right, so in this one, in theory, even though it's longer, it should be easier because it's better, more access to it. Let's see if I can do it from over here maybe. And I said better do it from this end to it. It's doing the work for me. Okay. A couple more passes, I think it'll go. It would definitely be easier if I had a vise instead of the spare hands. Okay. I think. Where's my... I'm back to looking for those pliers. I know I got them here somewhere. Ah, there they are. No. No. Finally. Let's see if it'll... Okay, it's the laminate on here that's causing the issues. Let's see here. Alright. Let me flip that over and just do a couple of quick... I think a couple quick runs here will finish this up. Okay. Not pretty, but we're about to cover that up, hopefully. Battery, pull the plug. Set you aside. At this point, I'm just going to use sandpaper to make it right because I think I'll be that close. Okay. And you in. Okay. So I'll hit that with some sandpaper. But everywhere else looks, I say, except for this piece under here, which we're going to deal with that. That's going to be pretty good. All right. So let's, first thing, aside one more time, grab one of the many pieces of sandpaper that have been contributed to me by various kits over the years. I'll be honest, y'all, I couldn't find any of my sanding bits. That one was already installed in there, but I looked around for 5 or 10 minutes. I've got a box of them somewhere, but I couldn't find them. But I think it's all gonna work out in the end. Okay. Now let's get my acrylic out here. I pop these guys in here and there. I am going to use the old Gorilla Super Glue for this. I say it's not really load bearing or anything, so I'm not going to be too. Stuff's getting gooier and gooier. So I'm just going to want to do enough on there to make sure it just sticks in place. Into the corner and press. And wipe you off. And a little bit on you. I'll put you flush with a little pressure. Yeah, so that's a little bit proud there, but like I said, that's over in a corner. I was more worried about getting it flush to the wall than I am top to bottom, because you can sort of work around that where you put your. I say I don't even know what. Not even sure what furniture and stuff goes over in that corner. I can look at the front of the instructions and find out. Yeah. And of course, it doesn't show anything from that angle over here. See, what do we got? Okay, it looks like it's going to be. Actually, this section should be like, yeah, underneath those books and stuff, so we should be good on that. Yeah, I think that'll be good enough for us. Got that. Like I say, that's. And this whole tab it's going to just be that one, but like I think that, it's not like it's holding 20 pounds or anything. It's, a few ounces. So that back where I got it. Where's that put us? Like 45 minutes or so, something like that. Okay, let's go ahead and do my things. So the question is, does it matter which side is up? What's the instructions look like? Okay, that's too far. Okay, the instructions show it going on the brown side, so it's just going to flip. Won't be over there. It'll be the staircase above it. Actually, that shows on the front cover. Yeah, there's more bookshelves and whatnot over there. That should still be okay. Okay. Okay, and like so, everything else is the same. Just I think. And you, yeah, we get, so it's going to be, okay, that's going to work. So, let's, sticking with the Beacon 3-in-1, and just zigzag my way around, I think. That side and to there. Get all the corners. Okay. Now, line these guys up. Yep. And pressure. And squeegee down through there. Oops. Okay, and I can feel those. Match this away. Okay. And like I say, we got that there and this part there. I'm not too overly worried about that. Like I say, I think I'm gonna camouflage most of that with the the furniture and whatnot, balcony railings and everything. So that's I was like I say, I was most concerned about the sides, but we've got 3.5 out of 4 of our tabs are going to be on there, so that should be enough to hold it in place. And that's is that all we've done today? Just those 3. Where I'm at? Well, I'm at a dead battery, so let's, what do we got? Okay, I want to do 2 more pieces, so I'm going to go change my battery, and get everything set up. Oops, did those backwards. Wrong fingers. I think. No, it wasn't. Shows how much attention I pay to which ring, where my rings are actually at. Alright, but I'm going to change my batteries and I'll be right back, and we're going to do a couple more walls and coatings, and let's say we'll probably call it a night at that point. Okay, a little bit out of order on this one. We're supposed to actually be making some lights, but I'm already in gluing mode, so I'm going to stick with it. Let's see here, I do want to check. I'm assuming we're going to staying gluing onto the brown sides. And these are, I'm pretty sure, just the same thing twice. Let's see here. Yeah, that goes like that. We got a frame to go around this stuff. And same here. Looks like, we do have a flap to go around the front on this one here. So that, okay. Might slow me down a little bit there. Get my paper back out. Go this way with that one. Okay, and that's going to be, I'm assuming this is where our floors mount in. Okay. And like I said, I'm just going to line up the tabs at the bottom with the bottom. We get pretty good even distribution around our window. This wall's pretty good. Yeah, so we just got that side too, so with that flap. So alright, I'm ready to go back to the old Beacon 3-in-1. And I'm gonna give this one, since it's on this side, gonna give this wall, this edge, a little bit of clearance, so when I go back to put the glue on, it won't be seeping over like it will in that last one. Alright, so let's do, let's we'll do a little zigzag action. This side, that corner, get around this thing, and through there. Okay. Now, line those guys up. Okay. Good on the the side, good on the bottom. Little. And now, squeegee action. Gonna go around our little window here first. Now go up. Oops, just saw that up there. Sort of get it back in line on our little dip there, but yeah. Run it out from the center. Yeah, usual, nice and flat. And there's a window detail that goes in up there, so that's going to be covered anyway. So I shouldn't have been worried about that. I'm got a little rub in there, so let me go back this way one more time. Yeah, it's still pretty flat. And then, like I said before, a little crease on that corner. And that did line up right on that line. Then B7000 over into that corner and just all the way along here. Okay. Now, get you over first. And that didn't do it. So, squeegee. Okay, this is a little bit tougher. This paper is not as pliable. Okay. That stuff's getting everywhere now. Okay, so let's see the heat. Yeah. Once again, the heat does the trick, and it doesn't take much. Just like I say, just the friction. Enough to hold it down. Okay, I don't know why I started doing that, but I'm glad I figured that out, because that bonds that glue up with a quickness. Cool. I was a little worried there for a second. And I did get a little bit off on the bottom here, but yeah, but otherwise, got good. I can get you a preview of these are the pieces that are going to go. I think this is this goes on the outside, sort of. It's going to end up being that color, but we'll do that tomorrow. Make sure this glue's had plenty of time to set up and get dry so I can manipulate it. And now, same thing again, but like I say, they got the lip on this side on this one, so you like that. Okay. See if I can't do a better job of keeping these lined up at the bottom. And back to the old beacon. And all right, here we go. A little far away on that one, but I think it'll be all right. And let's see, maybe a little bit more. Got a big glob there I didn't mean to get. Okay. On the side. Sticker going around the window again. That's sealed up as good as I can, then go. And down. Okay. Not much. Yeah, just nice and smooth. Love it. Got pretty well lined up. I say it walked a little bit down to the bottom again, but still okay by me. Let's see, put this crease in over here, see where it lines up on the corner. Pretty much right on that line again. So that's good. And one last dose of B7000 tonight. Remember, the heat activates this. Yeah, I'm definitely getting down to the end of this sample tube, which has lasted me forever. And the tubes I bought are considerably bigger than this, so they're going to be lasting, I know, probably years. Okay. I just hope they have as fine of a nozzle on them. Okay, so start with that. And squeegee. Make sure you get a good crease on that. And then there it goes. And just like that, I mean, it just goes right down. Once that heat, that friction heat hits it, it just bonds. Right there. Yeah, much easier and neater than the super glue, trying to do it on that little bitty piece there. But that's where I'll call it tonight. Got, let's say, just a bunch of the walls and floors decorated. I say I'm particularly pleased that this one's gonna, I think, is gonna be salvageable. I say just everything pretty much works out from the top. That's going to look fine. So that's the important thing. That's what everybody's going to see. This is just extraneous. And I'm still curious about the extra holes that they showed in the instructions, but worry about that tomorrow, so or the next day or whenever it comes up. Now, is this has got to be the floor for here. Okay, and then the walls. Okay, they're going to drop into those slots there. I think that was the floor there. That's about the only thing I can think of it to be. But it's not. Maybe that's not. Let's see. Hmm. Okay. There it goes. Alright, I'll maybe drop it down the middle. Just a quick experiment to see. No, that one is not fitting there. Because it's bowing them out a lot. That's not where that goes. It says that's where that's supposed to go. I always think there is. Oh, it goes up a little bit, but still. Okay, that actually, yeah. It looks like it's got a little platform it sits on, so that's, yeah, that's going to work. Okay. Okay, so those barely fit in there, but okay. Okay, I need to quit playing around with this stuff before I break something. I say, made that much progress, so that's good. I think, you know what I'm saying, not quite as fun as building furniture and stuff. I think I'm still most proud of this one. And I never did put anything in that bowl. I'm still thinking about that. But anyways, enough babbling. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another. Stay safe. And I'll see you next time.